on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first pure kicker ever in the Hall of Fame, Jan Stenerud, to get us started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City.
Go, go. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Got it. Check four, check four.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
That's it, baby.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
70, Indy.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 16-yard line.
Now a man who played baseball in Kansas City, Bo Jackson. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Squeeze. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Switch, switch. Go. Shoot.
On 3rd down, Elway. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, we got 4 down. Chopper. Check. Ready.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that good-sized run?
Well, they were in a cover 2 alignment, which means your 2 safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the line, at the point of attack, there's usually some room, a big gap between that 2nd level and 3rd, and that's what they were able to exploit.
They get just 2 out of it there, and it's 2nd down.
Ready.
It's 2nd and 8.
Get it.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
Everyone got 4 down.
From the shotgun, Elway. Man open, it's Moss, complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 32-yard line.
91.
1st down, Saints.
They run on 1st down with Jackson. And an alley to run. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
All that, and it only nets them a yard. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9. The Chiefs 14 yard line.
4 down.
On second down, Elway. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Now it's Elway. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. No score after one on EA Sports. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have two remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
I don't need to. Hey, 57.
80 weapon. Jumping.
On first down, Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. Accelerating, and off he goes. Past the 20, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 94 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, the game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Elway. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
They'll indeed go for it with Elway. They find some open field here. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
On the ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
And looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Tillman. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Gronkowski, the intended receiver. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
At the Saints' 31-yard line.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Yellow. 180.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. On second down now, Dickerson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Jan Stenerud on for the field goal try. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Elway. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Well, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run. It's Henry. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down. Right back to him on 1st down. And a loose football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by an American hero, Pat Tillman. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make, because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either...
Oh, now Elway has it stripped. The ball is out. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Check. Hey, lock it. Recon, 152 fighter. 2.
They run with Jackson out of the gun, and that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up third down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Watch out.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Lawrence Taylor. Well, Charles, I guess the only thing I can think there is they've got a 3-score lead, and they're saying, we're not going to lose this, so let's have some fun. I don't know why you go for it.
I think that's as good an explanation as any, and we all know that certain coaches are more aggressive than others. That call to me, the fantasy people loved it, right? Anybody who's going to touch the ball, gain yards, maybe put more points on the board, they're happy that they kept it and did that. So very interesting deal there, but I'm with you on that one. Maybe he just says, what the heck, we can't lose. Let's go ahead and keep trying to win or add to our lead.
On the run, it's Bo Jackson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Here's Elway. They set up the screen to Bo. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now Elway. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try and run for it with Bo. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
Pardon me, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45.
60 outlaw, bravo.
Whip.
Leo.
Jam. Alert 3.
Hey, Zoo. Hey.
On first, they'll throw with Elway. Got a man. It's Randy Moss. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
First down.
Hey! Hard. Check. Look at me. Door. Hey, seam 6. Deep grip.
Now Elway to throw. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
We got chips over here. There's overload.
Go. 50. Plant. Pilot. 64. Weak. Step.
On 2nd down, it's Jackson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Saints get a bit closer.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fast together a good drive right here and now.
And he loses the football a second time. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th.
Check the backer.
Yep.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Elway. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Everybody scoot up. Hey,
General West.
check that screen. Check 99. Watch the safety creep. Watch the shift. Check 24.
They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And he is goes in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And an alley to run. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Mahomes to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw, Mahomes, and it's complete to Kelsey. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. And they will take a knee here.
Mahomes on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's 4th down. Today's final score.
But Charles, we saw it come back.
Time to bring the bass back. Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that don't make sense. Ay, when you making bands can make friends. Cause I know they try to shit like Ray Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Pull both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver. But I'm still a hot boy, cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm so sad. People at the bank see me.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. It's a short kick, taken near the 18.
Come on, fellas. Take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
We go! 10 over.
Go. Go.
Ready?
They'll run on first down. Dickerson, call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
17-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. From the gun, it's Manning. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Now Manning. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Wild. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Now Sanders. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. A first carry for the legend. It's Bo Jackson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down now, it's Jackson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. He knocks him back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a... With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Down. 8, read. Switch. 6, pull it high. Snap.
Throwing now, Elway on 1st down. It's caught by Jackson. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we get everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Derrick Henry. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
On the ball.
From the shotgun, Elway. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45.
Showing it, showing it. Kill.
Zebra.
Kill. Turn up. Tighten up.
They'll start here with Jackson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Bo. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Randy Moss, 54 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? On 2nd and 9, Wilson, he'll hit Jackson, complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Hey, we got 3 out. 52's the mic, right?
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hope. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there. 68 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field in the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
They'll wait to throw on 2nd. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now it's Elway. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Randy Moss with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Saints have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Saints 14. Giants 7.
14.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck a deep lift. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Here's Wilson. He's got Jack Doyle. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson flushed to his right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Throwing is Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose. Poked out. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. He's at the 40. 20. 10. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. A big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now 21-7. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Aaron Donald with a sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson buying time to his left. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
It's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 27 yards. A big play there on 4th. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Wilson. Incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. 13 yards, good for a giant first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
12. Watch the 12. One left. Gun.
Now it's Wilson. Jones has it. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll run with a big man, Bo Jackson. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuff from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Hey, 0. 552. I got it. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Eluded, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack, his 2nd sack of the night. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On now is Vinatieri as he'll try the field goal. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
On the set.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Well, CD, with the end of the season comes the announcement of the All-Pro team, and everybody was like, wait a second, Christian McCaffrey's listed twice. Is that a mistake? No, he got it both at running back and flex. Pretty impressive.
Very impressive, because I think a lot of people thought that if you have a running back and a flex position, that maybe Christian McCaffrey would go into the flex because he catches the ball so well. And you would go ahead and elevate the big guy out of Tennessee, Derrick Henry, to the All-Pro running back.
He's got his man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 36 yards.
Let's go now. 80 weapon, 18 Gator.
Check 50.
Hey, foxtrot. Good.
50. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Hey, switch gears. You go tight. You got tight.
Now.
Again, it's Elway. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. Well, a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Intercepted. The Giants take over first and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Fine, 90.
Go, guys. 4 down. Get this worm on. Shoot.
Front left. 14. Go.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
You don't want no problems with me.
Out of bounds at the 36-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup.
Come on,
brings up second and 2.
Switch it.
95.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Check. 280.
Mike is 59. Let's go, G.
36 power.
On third down, this is Jackson. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Come on now. Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. and they're scripting something that they expect to get him into the end zone.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack by Julius Peppers. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Well, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dub for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Give him 7 on the play, and it's a second down.
70, Indy.
They'll run here with Bo. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up fourth down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll try and throw for it with Elway. Got a man, it's Cooks. Touchdown.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story. If I let you tell it, put my heart and soul in, so you feel it. I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within. I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Gordon, Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
We live, baby. We live. Get D.I. hurt. First nigga on Mutt to be hurt.
They start on the ground here at Sanders.
Oh!
And he makes it all the way down to 31. A big play there on the first play of the game. 48 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
That boy did a little something with Belly.
Now Wilson.
Yeah, he got moves over moves.com, right?
Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Get on out of there, Lenny. You ain't no more good, bro.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, because I'm Joseph Melvin.
Throwing again. Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Tillman. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Come on, set. 15, line it. 15 line.
They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, man, you're going crazy.
No way. That's caught by Jackson.
I be trying to pull him out there. So he ain't got the spin cycle. I be trying to pull him out there still with the juke, but he don't never straighten up.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping
yeah,
out
but
the
he ain't got
blitz,
the
he's going to win that battle just about every time.
The double spin
Just what
with
you
him
want
be
on
a
a
little
first
slow.
down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
8, read. Take 3. 218.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Here's Elway to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. So they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
He ain't supposed to come there with no attitude either.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come.
Check. Hey, 0-0. You got it, Brandon. You got it.
On 3rd down, Wilson. That's complete to Christian Okoye. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Check. 52. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. As Sanders has it for 3. We'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is.
He ain't got it out
good about just keeping the football.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball.
God
they don't
damn.
If it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest.
Every time I make a play, them bitches come right behind me and unmake the play.
Just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means...
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans.
That big Elmer got a cannon,
taking it in. And the Saints have taken the lead. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And all the way to the opposite 45. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's first and 10 from the 45.
Check 59.
Here's Wilson to throw. Steps away to his left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline, there's a receiver right there in the area. So no grounding call.
I would try to bury it out to see what he was going to do. You know, but he just didn't wow me. So I got to get over it.
Again on second and 10, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And that's incomplete.
I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So now third and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now it's Wilson. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
Kind of smooth. He ain't all that fast, but he's just smooth.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Mike 5-9. I smell fear in that offense.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back across midfield, he's sacked at the 46. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Well, you feel the excitement build on those fourth down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on fourth down, they're absolutely going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on fourth down. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Henry. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Elway to throw on second. Under pressure, and down he goes. Sacked by the relentless Howie Long. And he was plus 5 seconds there with a football. Is there a time that a quarterback has to get rid of it?
somewhere generally around 3 seconds. So just like we're playing in our turkey bowl, right, in our backyards, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, that ball better be gone because anything past that, that's usually the end result.
Now Elway to throw. Well, he's going to go for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
That's fielded in the end zone. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's now 3rd down and 16.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Elway. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Recon, 132 fighter. Get it.
They'll run now with Bo Jackson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
He gets it to Combs. And he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know it's good.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are in the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
On second down now, it's Sanders. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole, 3rd and long.
Lady. You're not ready. You're not ready.
To throw is Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. From the 17, Wilson. Forced out to his left. Letting one fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 39 yards there. A big one. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Dancing to his left. And now he'll tuck it and run. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Last drive, remember, a similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Well, that play reminded me of Michael Strahan in 2001 when he was absolutely incredible. That was the year he set the single-season record for most sacks with 22.5.
And not surprisingly, Defensive Player of the Year that season. And he also led the league in sacks in 2003, 142.5 in his career. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the great Michael Strahan with a sack.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Being chased out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Julius Peppers, yes, he still has it. Give him the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson.
He's going for it. This is the last play of the game.
He's going to air one out. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Ted Hendricks making his presence felt. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Sets up a 3rd down and 18.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Elway. Connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. The dump-off gets him only one, and now you're looking at a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. Elway. Thomas has got it. Complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Hey, 0-0-0.
On first down, Wilson. Flushed out right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson, he's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Wilson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 more on that one and another first down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work in the office, doesn't it?
I was going to come out the other day and high end with you guys, but the weather was bad and they had an accident, so I just turned around. But I told him I'd be out there Monday.
Bang out, bang out, bang, bang.
That's not a problem, huh?
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot, not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now.
I'll do tomorrow morning. All right.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson gets this one to Hill. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
0-0-0. Here we go again.
No, man. Somebody called me about it.
Mike 5-9, Mike 5-9.
Now Wilson on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Hello?
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Throwing is Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Holt. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a carry for Sanders. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner, because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
That grounding call could very well doom this drive. We'll see. They'll try again here, 3rd and goal. Now it's Wilson to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Out of the end zone. For Davies White on recovery.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And the kick here is good. So add 3 to the total, but they're still coming up well short. And that is how this one comes to an in the end. They get the tackle and stop the drama.
All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Head to head with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me, I am up. #1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Time to bring the bass bird.
Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why do not get. both hands together and I'm saying amen, cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me, cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me, cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates, how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver, but I'm still a hot boy. Cool down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a bosses. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the game, ain't no bombing. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me, cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me, cause I'm P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass back.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. Pilot, 64, win. Ready?
On first down, Jackson. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Go.
Here's Jackson. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
I think when people start talking about the greatest Ravens of all time, Ray Lewis's name comes up pretty fast, doesn't it? Tackles like that, just the tip of the iceberg when you start to talk about his talents.
He was their 2nd pick after the move to Baltimore. What was that, 96?
Yeah, 1996. Jonathan Ogden was the first.
And Ray Lewis also 2-time Super Bowl champion and the MVP of Super Bowl 35. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a first down following a gain of 3. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Elway. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. They'll run on first down. Jackson 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Elway. And he's going to go down. Back across midfield, he's sacked at the 46. Matt Judon. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Jackson on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Holt. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Jackson, and this is caught. Herman Moore. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. We're scoreless after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, Being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
Factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On first, they'll throw with Elway. Looking long for Thomas, and that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play. They run on first down with Jackson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. On second down, Elway. Got a man, it's Randy Moss. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 14. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A loss of 2 there, second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you...
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Saints have taken the lead. They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down, but hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On second down, it's Jackson. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
52's the mark, boy. 52.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Here we go on fourth down with Jackson. He's going to look, and that's caught inside the 30. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Herman Moore, 66 yards. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go. Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Shift. Squeeze.
Check 99. Watch the safety creep.
Be grip.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Elway. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Matt Judon able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And Sanders now to return. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And 3 yards there takes them to the 45.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And Sanders has got it complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On the run, this is Jackson. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Jackson now from the gun on 3rd down. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards. First down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Ready? Pilot, 64, win. Hey, exit. Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Hey, check 24, check 24. Show it up, show it up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill.
Hey, let's go.
Elway to throw on 2nd. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by an American hero, Pat Tillman. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Yep. Hey, Haywood.
Back to the air. Elway for the pick six. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 25 yards that time. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33.
Look at me, zipper.
Back two is the Mike. Mike back two. Mike back two.
Ready?
Elway throw. Got a man. It's Randy Moss complete. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. They run with Jackson out of the gun, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
61, box, white. Hey, box drop. Go. Move.
52 is the Mike. Watch Mike.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Sponge. No.
5.
Now Elway on 1st down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Let's go deep, tighten up.
General West. Switch. Get it.
They fake the give. Now Elway. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mike 52.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 21 yards away, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a 1-score game in the 4th. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Khalil Mack coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. It's caught by Sanders. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. 4th down, here's Jackson. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Jackson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Bo Jackson. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
59 mark.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third down, Jackson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
On first down, it's Jackson. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Here's Sanders. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll go again with Sanders. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors,
This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Cooks. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Jackson to throw. He will find Winslow. That's complete.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Ravens are looking like they're going to come away with a victory. Flush to his right. And he comes back with one complete. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. He'll look to throw. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Now a give right side. Jackson. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Check. 59.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Good coverage that time by Derwin James. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
You got tape. You got tape right there. Shoot.
One last shot for Jackson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Ronnie Lott, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Come on, switch it. Joker. Check. Check hot route. Hey. Kill.
From the shotgun, it's Vic. He's going to take a shot right away. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Randy Moss, 70 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now the try here for the point after. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip.
Next is for Eagles 7, Saints nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Let's go. 10-2 stop. 6-6. Pull it high.
On 1st and 10, Elway. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
And the Saints 1st down.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Elway. This is complete to Michael Thomas. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2 plays, 2 catches. You have a feeling they're going to look for him early and often, and that's to be expected. You got a player of his caliber, why not?
And I think it's also a message from them to the defense that you're not going to dictate to us what we're going to do with one of our better players, because so often you hear about defenses saying we're going to take away what you do best. In this case, they're going to move him around, find proper matchups, and make sure they continue to funnel the ball to him.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going on 4th. It's Elway. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Randy Moss, 40 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
This will be taken very short. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone would pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. On second down, Vic again. And his throw is incomplete. Randy Moss, the intended receiver. But now it'll be third down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Come on, dude.
Mike 5'9".
No chance. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
On third down, Vic. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Ronnie Lott.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters. And this is what he's always had. And that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
They'll run on first down. Jackson. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. On second down, Elway. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Deion Sanders. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
At the 26-yard line.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
I got one. Go. Check 51.
Here's Michael Vick. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Ronnie Lott, the Hall of Famer, with a pick.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. After the interception, here's Elway. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Julius Peppers. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw, Vic. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
That's where you belong.
7-7, our score after one.
Score time, 7-7.
Check, ready. Go to base. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. We want this. Back, back. Go. Check. Crunch. Crunch. Go. You got to get set.
On third down, Vic. Buying time to his left. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. On fourth down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. This is brought in at the 21. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10.
Their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. On the stop was Aaron Donald. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on second and 10.
Go.
Now Elway. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. On first down, it's Jackson. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Jamal Adams coming up from a safety spot to make the play.
70, Indy. Huge off Parker. Bravo. Go. Check. Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield. 59 Mike. Steve Griffin.
Elway to throw on second. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line.
94. 80 weapons. We ain't giving them nothing. Now.
They'll run on first down. Jackson down to the 25. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
A gain of 11 on the play.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Here we go.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Khalil Mack gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on second and 15.
Check 59, Mike.
Here's Elway. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, it's Elway. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Brings it just past the 15, able to avoid the initial contact, but not much more there on the play.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the 17, Vick, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mean Joe Green, able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
52's the mic, boys, 52. Mike 52, Mike 52. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Check 31, check 31. Ready, go.
To throw on third down, Vick. And he's got a man. It's T.O. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Throwing, Vick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Vick readies to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left. Oh, and now Vick throwing another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Thomas, the intended target, and now it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
60 outlaw. 59, Mike to 59. Here we go, here we go. 36, 36. Hey,
Team six, get it.
Elway now looking to throw on third. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Now he'll throw deep left side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This is taken at his 4.
Let's go.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. 10 yards, good for his Saints. First down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, New Orleans.
Ready. 30 base. X3. 218. Chop.
Now it's Jackson. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Watch twins. Shift. Check it out, read. Check now. Go. Steve Trevor.
On second down, Elway. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. John Randall dropping the hammer.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
That's it, Sanders on the return. The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Another run here with Sanders. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a third down. Vic to throw it. forced, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That's the Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor doing what he does best.
Check, 59. You check 24, check 24. Go. Check 25.
Here goes Vic on 4th down. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. On the draw, here's Jackson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now it's Elway. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Rob Gronkowski there to make the grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Able to slither by. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check, 59.
To throw again, Vic. And he will find T.O. That's complete. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. Vic and T.O. hook up on a big one. 67 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred. Still confident to go deep at work there.
I think